been over 2 months since Dr. Andrew Shue became the new president of the College of Charleston. I speak exclusively with Dr. Shue for a special edition of Quintin's Close-Ups. And be sure to download the free Quintin's Close-Ups app in your Apple or Google Play stores. Listen to this interview Tuesday on my free Quintin's Close-Ups iHeartRadio podcast. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel. President Andrew Shue, welcome to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you, Quintin.
Yes, sir.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you. I don't know if you remember, but it was, I guess, May 16th when I ran into you.
Right, that was the first day of me on my job.
Wow.
Yeah, it was 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the biggest difference? Because obviously you've been around town meeting a lot of people. What type of conversations are you having with people about the College of Charleston and you as president?
Sure. People ask me why I choose the College of Charleston, and then people ask me about my vision for the College of Charleston and if I liked it. So those are the type of conversations I've had.
What is your vision for the College of Charleston as we sit here right now?
Well, so the College of Charleston is already an outstanding institution, right? So, it already has everything that everybody could hope for. You have the prestige from its 250 years of academic excellence here in this city. You have the tradition and the excellence that came with that tradition, and you have its location where it's in the center of one of the most fascinating and fast-growing cities in the entire country. You have its people. The people include outstanding faculty, wonderful students, staff members that care about the students, alumni and community that's so supportive of the college. And finally, we have some very unique programs that are some of the best in this country. So it already has everything that you could ask for, but I think my vision for the college is that it becomes an even better place for our students. So I'm going to be focusing on student success, their retention, their graduation, their well-being, both inside and outside of the classrooms. But more importantly, I want to develop a vision together with the faculty, students, staff, the community, the industry partners to figure out where do we want to be in the next 250 years. So this coming year is our 250th anniversary coming up, and we became a great institution in 250 years. But where do we want to see the college in the next 250 years? We need to develop a joint vision that we collectively can sign on, and then we can all move towards that new vision for the next 250.
Obviously, the new semester is coming up in August. What's new? What's now here at the College of Charleston?
Well, so we are going to start our strategic planning process, right? And we are going to focus on student success. We're going to focus on diversity in the process of our strategic planning process. We're going to focus on how we would improve our distinction and our reputation. We want to talk to faculty and staff and our students to see how we can become more innovative. The world is changing rapidly, and if we don't change with it, then we're going to be left behind. So we have to discuss all these things to figure out how do we make changes so that we advance together with the city to the next level.
I know in your message to the faculty and staff and students on May 16th, you basically said, hey, higher education is changing. What is the state of higher education in your mind right now?
Well, higher education is changing in many different ways, right? One reason that it's changing rapidly is that our student body is becoming more diverse. And the other is that the workforce needs are also changing rapidly. And the third thing is that there's plenty of disruptive technology out there, like online education, MOOC, which is massively open online courses, and things like that, are changing the landscape of higher education. And in fact, there are also, together with online education, there are mega universities that were established that enroll hundreds of thousands of students, and that all put pressure on the traditional campuses like College of Charleston to figure out how do we better meet the needs of our diverse student body, how do we better meet the needs of our industry and business partners, how do we better serve the students, and how do we meet the challenges posed to us by our competitors.
What challenges are the College of Charleston facing now from your competitors?
Well, for example, our competitors are changing very rapidly in terms of what programs they offer. If you look at our major competitors in the state or out of the state, every year they're developing new programs to offer to students to better meet students' needs on the one hand and better meet industry and business needs on the other hand. And so we need to figure out a way to how to retain our core, which is a solid liberal arts education for our students, but also have the up-to-date knowledge that the students will need to be a well-rounded citizen, a contributor for our economy in the 21st century.
Obviously, you talked earlier about pressure, and I know there's a lot of controversy right now going on at the University of South Carolina about the new president, which is going to be sworn in any day now. When you looked at that to right now, what still plays in your mind about that controversy at USC?
Well, I think in our society we need diversity, so I don't think that the selection of our general as the president is necessarily a bad thing. But I can certainly understand that there are concerns from faculty and students. But I think as a civil society, we can always find good solutions to move forward. So I certainly wish the University of South Carolina well, and I wish the general every success.
Let me turn over to athletics. Obviously, there was some controversy within the baseball team and Matt Roberts earlier this year, and obviously that was taken care of, and we know what happened and what's going to happen next. And now there's a lawsuit with an assistant baseball coach that just obviously came out just this week. When it comes to the hiring process in the future, how do you hope to change that process in your mind as president?
So we at higher education institutions have a tradition of open searches, and we do a national search and we select the best candidate, and that process worked well in all corners of the higher education institution. So in athletics, my hope is that moving forward we'll continue to abide by our tradition, and that tends to avoid some of the issues that we might run into in the future.
Any other issues that you want to tackle right now?
Well, right now, my focus is on strategic planning. I want to make sure that all faculty, staff, students, alumni, community partners, business partners, all work with us closely to figure out what is our vision for the next 250 years.
What is your vision for the next 5 years?
Well, my vision for the next 5 years will very much depend on the vision of our, will very much depend on our collective vision, right? So, certainly in 5 years we'll be a better school for our students, more caring, more personal attention. Students come here will feel at home. It'll be a more diverse campus, and students will be retained, and they will graduate in 4 years.
How would diversity look under your leadership as president?
Well, we want to focus on success, student success. So diversity under my leadership will be focused on both the success of all of our faculty and staff, as well as all of our students. So we'll try our best to attract a diverse faculty, a diverse staff, and diverse students. But more importantly, we want to put in the support system to make sure that everyone can be successful on this campus.
Obviously, you have a very compelling story from the time that you were born to right now. If you could write a letter to yourself at the age of 25, what would that letter begin with?
Well, be optimistic and believe in yourself.
That's amazing. And obviously, you've been on campus since, I believe, May 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Walking around here, because obviously I love the system. I love coming out here, sitting out here, you know, getting my mind right and everything. What is your favorite place on campus and why?
Well, my favorite place on campus really is the system yards. Here, I look out the window, I see new students, student parents. They come here, they take pictures, and students would actually sit on the lawn and they would study, they would have group discussions. This is just such a historic place.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, the Honorable President Andrew Hsu, thank you so much for your time. And again, welcome to Quintin's Close-Ups.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir, anytime.
Yeah.